Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Wassalatu wassalamu ala Sayyidil Anbiya wal Mursaleen. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. This is Mujeeb Kazi, and you're watching Dallas Roundup on TV 95. We have a very special guest with us today who has joined us from Pakistan. We know her personally that she was an expat in Dallas, but at one point of time she decided to go back and serve the underprivileged communities of Pakistan and where she grew up. She has taken so many undertakings, and most of them are very challenging. We will have an in depth conversation with her today's show to understand and learn and be inspired by her struggle that she is in Pakistan, who sacrificed the lifestyle of the US, went back and started an organization called Helping Heart Caring Souls that has several initiatives, and that is the president and the founder and the director of this organization, Sister Anjum Anwar. Welcome to the show.
Thank you very much for the opportunity to invite me to this very knowledgeable and valuable platform.
I appreciate you giving us the time. Give us a short rundown of your organization for our audience.
Mujeeb Saab, as you said, that I've lived abroad, like in USA, Florida, and Dallas, most of my life, like 35 years. And I just has been, I've been involved with community, with children, my children's schools, hospitals, courts, did a lot of volunteer work in the mainstream while my stay in USA. But I always had this dream and a passion to one day move back and serve the people who really, really do not have what we have in the Western world, the opportunities and the facilities and the life. So, since these people are really deserving and underprivileged, my passion and my dream was to serve these people. So basically, what I did is I founded an organization called Helping Hearts, Caring Souls, and I picked the name very carefully because I felt like that this is the my desire and my heart wants to do that, and I have to put my heart and soul into this work to make it to where I want to take it, or to help people. So basically, all the people who are helping me would also have a helping heart and caring soul to do this kind of work. So I founded the organization, and then I kind of came to Pakistan to see exactly in which sectors there is a work needed. So what I realized that a lot of other fields are taken care of, like education and health and orphanages. But one field that I felt like was very, very neglected, and that was disability, which later on we will cover more. So for right now, my organization is registered in USA as a 501(c)(3), and we work on education, health, and disaster relief and whatnot. So that's what about the organization.
Well, you have. I was going through the website, and one of the initiatives that your organization takes is the empowers the underprivileged members of our society, enabling them to lead and fulfilling lives. You also have education part of program in your organization, and obviously disability being the main one, and also empowering the women in our country. I'm pretty sure that it wasn't an easy ride once you started this initiative in Pakistan, especially a country where anybody who goes back and try to sacrifice their personal lifestyle and try to help people, the first and the most common label that is generally attached is that, well, here comes another foreign agent. Have you happened to feel and see those reactions from somebody, or maybe in public in general?
Well, yes and no. Yes, because overall in Pakistan, the sector of non-NGO is pretty much, a lot of people kind of look at it very suspiciously, because a lot of people are running NGOs due to ulterior motives. On the surface, they're doing one thing, but actually, in reality, something else is happening. So that is why I feel like, in America, when you're doing this sort of work, people appreciate you a lot more than people in Pakistan. And also, some people may be thinking that who leaves America really? How many people would leave American comfortable, secured, and luxurious life to be with these underprivileged people and help them? So, some people would have their doubts, but Alhamdulillah, and fortunately, with the time, like I've been here for 5 years, now people realize that she really wants to help and she's really here to be with these people. And believe me or not, that gives me immense satisfaction. I mean, I could have raised money in USA because, as I said, most of my donors come from USA. People who know me over there trust me and have seen my work, my dedication, and my commitment. But to be with these people gives me a different kind of satisfaction. When I really see their problems day in and day out, it motivates me to work harder and to help more. So
Well,
I think that is the experience that people who are living over there miss, especially the people who are working in the NGO sector or the non-profit sector.
well, I can imagine that it's pretty intensive work that needs to be get done, and you're doing an extremely phenomenal job. Obviously, the funding is one area where you probably run into challenges all the time. How many locations do you have in Pakistan right now? I mean, what province are you serving, and what is the plan of expansion?
Well, we have started with Peshawar, where our main hospital rehabilitation center is. And I will briefly tell you exactly what we do over there. We have several programs. We do like physiotherapy, our main services that we give over there. Then we make artificial limbs. We give persons with disabilities vocational skills. So instead of begging, they can go out and earn a respectable living, which I think is very important for them to be able to have self-respect and have able to be earning their own living instead of begging to people. Then we have an inclusive school where we are teaching children with disabilities, children without disability, and children of all caste and creed and religion all learn in a very positive and very friendly environment, which I think is a big deal that we are doing in this society. Then we go to far flung areas and we do whole outreach camps, outreach disability and medical camps, and that we cover throughout Pakistan. We have been to Azad Kashmir, we have been to Muzaffarabad, we have been to Mirpur, we have been to other areas of KPK and Punjab. That is very valuable services where they cannot come to us. We actually go to their doorstep and take rehabilitation services to them. Then we make artificial limbs, of course. Once an amputation happens, I don't know how many of you can relate to it, but it's very painful and it's very heart wrenching to see those people limping or losing a limb. So a lot of these people cannot go back to work, especially people who come from humble background. They're uneducated. They're doing some sort of labor which cannot do, after they lose a limb or two. So we make artificial limbs so we can make them productive and we can make them able and they can go back to the workforce and do some sort of work, whatever their disability permits. So that's another thing we do. Other than that, we do like we work a lot on prevention and of disability because disability prevails, especially in KPK area due to Afghan war and war and terror and all that. So we do work on prevention of disability, which I think is very important. Then we help them with sports. We train them so they can go out and participate in national sports and hopefully one day internationally they can participate. So a lot of these programs we have under our belt. And we recently started a project with Mayo Hospital. Like I said, up until this point, our mostly work was in KPK and then maybe disability camps in other areas of Pakistan. But now recently we have signed an MOU with Mayo Hospital, which is the largest hospital of Pakistan, in fact, in Asia. It's huge, but their rehabilitation services, needed some help. So we offered our help, and now we are making artificial limbs over there. And one very latest technology is called modular. It's very lightweight artificial limb. So that technology we introduced in Mayo Hospital, which they were not doing, up until this point. So this will be bring a lot of positive change to their rehabilitation department, and also it will be a great service to the patients who need a lighter limb, so then actually they can go out and work comfortably.
So, and
And
you're
the next stop would be Sindh, of course. So we are working in KPK, we are working in Punjab, and now my next goal would be to go in Sindh and start working over there.
so you provide your consultancies to these hospitals, or you actually have your own facility where these patients are transferred over, and that's where the rehabilitation takes place, and you have a staff who can come and take care of him and provide them with those limbs that are lost?
Yes, we do have our own facility. We have about 50 bed hospital where they can come in, they can stay, and they can get rehabilitation services, and they can children can go to school and they learn the vocational skills. So yes, we do have our own facility. It's a huge building, 3 floors, and we do provide all those services over there. Now in Mayo Hospital, um, the people, since they have their own rehabilitation department, what we are gonna do is we are just gonna take the casting, and then the limb will be built in our orthopedic workshop in Peshawar. So the patients don't have to come to Peshawar. We have our PNO over there who's gonna take the do the casting and all, and then send us the measurements. And according to the measurement, we'll make the limb and then send it back to them. So this is what we are doing with Mayo Hospital.
This is a huge project, and it's not a short small undertaking, and must appreciate you for doing that. Roughly how much does it cost to run a facility like this and providing services to all these regions? Roughly, I'm sure you would have actual numbers, but I'm just asking for the consumption of our audience. How much does it cost per year to run such a huge operation?
Well, up until this point, since we took over this project back in 2016, and we have added one by one each program that we were offered. So we started with like just the physiotherapy, then we started the orthopedic workshop limb project, then the school, then the vocational, then the sports and all. So initially, we gradually made it grow and make it bigger. But as we speak right now, my 2021 goal is to raise at least $500,000 to do what I really want to do, and to do all the projects. Again, there's a lot of patient flow. So if I raise enough, then I can entertain all of those patients. And our patient number of patients are growing every year because they see our services, their level of satisfaction is high. So more people are referred, and more people want to come to our rehab centers and take advantage of the services we offer. But of course, we have to have a lot of money to entertain all those people or service all those patients.
So, if I were to ask you how many patients have so far been serviced through your organizations from the time you started the organization, do you have that number handy?
We have, I don't have it like the whole 5 years, which this year we were gonna celebrate, and we were working on those reports. But I would say our OPD, we get at least 100 patients every day. So we have like thousands of patients, and then our admitted patients are there. This is just the OPD. People come and go, take therapy and go. Then we have our workshop, and then we have, so at least I would say our number of patients are yearly 3 to 5 thousand patients.
That's a substantial number, and these are the people who are basically overlooked or ignored up until this organization came into uh, playing its role. Um, do you meet your financial needs every year, or do you fall short of it?
Uh, yes, somehow we have been blessed that we were able to. Now with this MOU with Mayo, I think we are gonna be needing a lot more funds that we did, because Before we were only taking care of one province, and as you know, Punjab is a huge province. It's the population and the it's a big province. So of course, compared to KPK, we are going to be needing more funds to take care of people in Punjab. So I'm hoping that now I'll be able to involve more people from Punjab. Especially, I'm banking on Khana doctors, because King Edward Medical College teaching hospital is Mayo Hospital. So all those doctors who have been to Khana or who have studied in Khana, they use Mayo Hospital as their teaching hospital. So they have some affiliation, and they can always visit whenever they come back to see their families. They can always go to Mayo and see exactly, monitor our work. So I am hoping that there will be a lot of work, a lot of help from those doctors in USA, and of course other people too. But they can actually come and see and monitor and our work. So basically, yes, this year I think we are gonna need twice as much money that we did last year, because we added this Mayo project. And let's see how it goes. I'm hoping, and I'm praying that it'll happen.
Inshallah, it will definitely happen because the cause is just and service to humanity is what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala likes. And I'm pretty sure you'll be very, very successful. Do you accept donations from organization or any agencies from the US, or it's purely solely based on individuals from USA as well as in Pakistan?
Well, so far, honestly speaking, we have been depending on just the donors, the individual donors, people who I know, or my board knows, or my volunteers know, because we have to have certain numbers to get to the bigger, or to get the attention of bigger organizations. And I think, and then we have to have certain registrations before you can apply to these big organizations. So finally, after, well, last year was due to COVID, not much happened, but finally we got those registrations. So now we can go ahead and apply to a bigger organization. Like currently, we are doing a project with UNHCR for Afghan refugees. So that is a huge organization that takes care of Afghan refugees in Pakistan. So we did a project where people in their camps were referred to us, and we treated them, and then they took them back. So UNHCR is, of course, is a big organization. And this year, hopefully, we will be applying to some of these big organizations, because now we got our numbers. You have to have 3 years of audit report. You have to have certain number of beneficiaries. You have to have certain registrations. So all these 4 years we had to kind of sit and wait and get all those paperwork ready, and documentation ready, and registrations ready before you can apply. So this year, I'm hopefully we will be able to. But the problem is, due to COVID, a lot of these operations are not actively working. I mean, a lot of people are working on COVID-19. Even though this year in 2020 we did I raised a lot of money in USA for COVID-19, and like people who have lost jobs, and we distributed a lot of ration and a lot of food packs. So that helped a lot, and I thank all my donors for helping us, so we could do this sort of work too.
Mm.
We made sure that persons with disabilities get the food, transgenders get the food, Christians, Hindus, all those communities are not left out, along with, of course, mainstream. So we did like distributed over 1,000 bags of food during COVID-19, which for a small organization like ours is a huge number.
It is a big contribution. What percentage of the donation that comes in goes towards the actual operation, and the rest of it goes towards the admin expense, travel, transportations, and staff?
Well, let me tell you that I don't take salary myself. None of our board members take any salary. Our executive body do not take. We are all volunteers. My travel expenses, I mean, I try to keep it very low. Up until this point, honestly, I've been doing it out of my own pocket. So there's not a whole lot of travel expenses either. We do have some travel expenses of, like, if we have to hire a speaker or somebody, so then of course you have to give them a ticket or something, but not for our board members or us. We have been taking care. So very, very minimal, under 10%. We only the only cost I think we have is that's a fundraising cost, of course. because when you have to hold events, and that's the cost mainly we have. Administrative cost, very very little, because in America, since our organization, we are basically raising funds for the project in Pakistan. So I we don't really have a big office over there either. I do most of my work, which of course will change with time. As we grow, we're gonna need more people. But for right now, I'm trying to do as much as. Think about it, my life is dedicated to this cause 24/7. My
Hmm.
donors are awake in America, and I'm awake until 3 a.m., 4 a.m., just to make sure that I don't miss anything. So I am doing as much as I can right now to control the cost. And
Hmm.
then of course a lot of volunteers. My attorneys are volunteers. My CPA does all my accounting, does not charge me. Her name is Amna Priyani. You may know her. She's from Dallas. All these people, my board members, Sharon Siddiqui, and everybody helps me. People for Pakistan Society of North Texas, they've been my volunteers, and awfully good to me, because they've seen my work, and they believe in me, they trust me, so they like to put their time. So we are trying to control this cost, and which successfully we have been. Now in Pakistan, the building is our own, so there's no rent, and most of our money goes to the program cost,
Hmm.
which means that it goes to rehabilitate people.
Excellent. I just wanted to bring that question. So there's a misconception out there for every organization, not just yours. Generally, people think that these organizations that generally substantial amount of the money goes towards the admin costs, and the actual victims or the needy people don't get the fair share of the donation. So that's a very good elaboration, and 10% is actually compared to what you're doing is nothing, and the people should consider donating more, because 90 to 95% of the donations go directly to the service of those people who actually need that. You had mentioned that you've been to Kashmir, in Muzaffarabad and Mirpur to help those people. Do you have an actual presence of your organization in those area, or you were just going there to bring them a price to what you're offering?
Well, we have sub centers in different areas of Pakistan, as I said, about 23 as we speak. So there is one in Muzaffarabad that we did visit, and they have a setup over there. So then they requested us to come. So being their parent organization, they requested us to go over there and hold a camp, and to see patients. And then if we can, since we are making limbs and all, so then we brought some people over to our Peshawar facility and took care of them. So yes, we do have sub centers in other areas of Pakistan where we go and we hold camps, and then we either assist them with the services or bring the patients back. The patients who they cannot help over there in their facilities, then we bring them back.
Yeah, excellent. Because I'm from Kashmir, and Kashmir is very near and dear to me, and we want to make sure that the people, at least to the areas where we have an easy access, to provide whatever we can in our capacity. And I'm also actually, I'm on the off the record. I will share my information that what we are doing in Kashmir, and we need to maybe collaborate and see if we can, make our citizen life even better. Well,
That's it.
yeah. So we are into the last 1 minute of our time. I would like to have you make the closing remarks, as well as don't forget to share the website, your message for your audience, so how they can contribute and where they can send the donations to.
Well, I would like to thank all my donors and all my community members for being awfully good to me and understanding my mission and my passion and helping me to get to this point where I can help thousands and thousands of people every month and every year. And that number would grow, inshallah, to hundreds of thousands and millions, hopefully, one day. So thank you from the bottom of my heart for trusting me with your hard-earned dollars and your donations and your zakat. So now the message is that I could not have done it alone. It's all due to your support and your help. So please keep supporting me, us, in fact, keep supporting our organization and our team, so we can go ahead and make a difference in more lives and improve and empower more lives. Because as I said, persons with disabilities are really, really suffering in Pakistan. It's not like America, believe me or not, they don't have any opportunities, no accessibility, no education opportunities, especially when you are from underprivileged families. There's no services to you. So please help me. Zakat month is coming, Ramadan is coming. Please save some zakat for HHCS. Our website is www.hhcsonline.org. You can go there. You can donate to our school. You can donate to for the limb. You can whatever program you pick. You can donate. Or you can definitely call me. My number is 469-556-6475, or email me at anjum@hhcsonline.org. So, or you can go do like Chase Zelly with this email address I gave. You can send the money through Chase Zelle or in our Chase bank account. So there's a number of ways you can help. And we will share the report with you. Whatever information you need, we will share with you. We are very transparent. We are very I'm accessible. So it's not like those big organizations where you don't even get to talk to the CEO or the president. I'm available 24/7 to answer all the questions you have. So please come forward and help us with this great cause.
Well, thank you very much for your insightful time and encouragement for others. Anything that we can do to serve the humanity in our capacity, that is the least that we can offer from our lifespan, whatever we have. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in the Quran, وَمَن يُقْرِضُ اللَّهُ قَرْضًا حَسَنًا, the little amount that you give as a qarz hasana, meaning the good loan to the people, which is used to serve the humanity. In any organization that comes to you and asks for donation, the first thought that comes to you, that is the thought that comes from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and immediately contribute towards it. All these speculation about the organizations and questions, that is the inculcation from the shaitan. So put them on the side, take part in the any humanity that is out there that is providing service to humankind. Step up to the plate and give your fair share towards it. We want to thank Sister Anjum for her time and appreciate for the work that she is doing. That's all we have for today. Up until next time, take good care of yourself. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
And thank you and your TV for giving me the opportunity to convey the message to your audience. Thank you so much.